The Brooklyn Nets are now off to Paris to face the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA's annual Paris game. But for Brooklyn, it might be tough to enjoy the overseas trip. The Nets have dropped 6 of their last 7 and 11 of their last 14 if you go back to early December. And not to mention, 2 of 3 of those rare wins came against the Detroit Pistons, who have proved to be one of the worst NBA teams the league has seen in the last 5 years. The Nets began the year north of 500, but now after falling to the Blazers on Sunday, they don't seem to be that same confident, loose, gritty group we got used to seeing early in the year.
More disappointed in the amount of possessions we gave away. Whether we were up 7 in the first quarter and the second quarter and we give away possessions by being cute and not being simple, those possessions get you a 2-point lead at halftime instead of a 12-point lead. And that's why we got a ball game.
The loss last time out was particularly disappointing. First of all, it was at home to the Blazers, a team that's, developing and simply outside of the playoff picture in the West. Second of all, Mikal Bridges dropped 42 points, but down the stretch, the Nets were just unable to get stops against Anthony Simmons nor Malcolm Brogdon in overtime. And finally, this game was a game that the Nets led for 3 quarters, but just couldn't close the door when necessary.
Just wasn't getting stops. That's what came down to. Just not getting stops. Had a turnover in there. Just not getting stops.
But now, with all that behind them, the Nets will look to bounce back in Paris. They'll face off this Thursday with the Cleveland Cavaliers before returning home. And even though it's a bit of an overseas vacation, the Nets at 6 games below 500 can hardly treat it as such. 4 days off in France before their Thursday contest with Cleveland. With WFUV Sports, I'm Miles Grossman.